Hi guys, welcome to a new episode. So today I'm going to be looking into JavaScript. So I've already prepared some slides which contain some brief introduction on what we'll be talking today. So we're going to look into keywords, variable, identifiers, and data types. So what are keywords? So basically keywords are reserved words used in programming that have special meaning, that have special meanings to the compiler. So let's move to the next guy. She's the variable. So variable is just like a container that stores data. So the next guy is the identifiers. So identifiers is you can just call them a given, a variable given name or a function given name. So for example, if you have here time, so time there is a variable. Time there is a variable. Well, the name called time is an identifier. Okay, so the next slide contains the data types. So we have different types of data types. We have the number, the string, the boolean, and object. So number, as in number like 12, 466 is example of string. So a string is going to have is is combination of text, of letters, of characters. So it has to be in quotes, either a single quote or a double quote. So we have boolean. Uh, Boolean just have two values, is either true or false. So also we have the object. So now let's move to the next slide. This okay, illustration. So if you have var quantity, then equals to then 5. So what's the meaning of this statement, of this line of statement? The var is a keyword, the quantity is a variable, then quantity is a variable that stores 5, then the 5 there is the value. So let's move to the next slide. So we have naming variables. So these are just the rules or what you got to have in mind when creating variables. So you need to so you should not use any of the JavaScript reserved words like the var itself. Then we have so many of them. So this okay. And the next rule, JavaScript variables name should not start with a numeral. So you can start a variable name. Having a variable name like this is invalid, like 1, 2, 3 tests. You can start a variable name with a number. And also you can start with underscore. You can start with a number and you can start with underscore. Then also variable names are case sensitive. So there's difference between a name which starts with a capital letter N, then with a name which starts with a small letter N. So it is case sensitive. Okay, so then let's move to the next slide. So we have variable declaration and initialization. So these are called variable declaration. So this is a variable declaration, and here is initialization. That is, you've already declared that the name here is a variable name. Then the name you assigned Ali, you've already passed Ali to, or you've already assigned Ali to name. So now name as Ali. So that will call initialization. So you can also combine them together, that is declaration and initialization. You can have them together on a line. So then you can also have it like this. Instead of writing double quotes, you can also have it like this, single quote. Okay, so now enough of all this talking. So let's move to the Sublime. So I've already created a folder which I named it lesson 1. Then inside the lesson 1 folder, I have two guys inside. We have the JS folder and the lesson 1.html file, which is this. Okay, so inside the JS file, I have inside the JS folder, I have the JS file itself. So now I've already linked the HTML file with the JavaScript file. So how to do that is just by adding a script tag. So adding a script tag is just by adding a script tag, and tell us the type of the file, then the source of the file, and that's all. So let's open the JavaScript file, this lesson1.js. So I only have only one line of statement, which is which I wrote console.log. Console.log is an inbuilt function. So then I pass hello world to the function. So then you make sure you save. So let's run this on our Chrome and see. Okay, I already have it here. So now the next thing is to see the results. So this function is this script file. I mean the JavaScript file. So let's see how you can execute this JavaScript file. Okay, just go back to your Chrome and click on this option here. Then click on More Tools. Then after More Tools, click on Developer Tools. Okay, so then you click on Console. So under the console, you see your result. So whatever you execute in this file, in this JS file, if you want to see your results, you just come down to this console here. Then you can see your results here. So let's add one more console to that. Okay. So let's just write this is a book. Make sure you save and go back and just try to reload. This Ctrl R. Can you see? This is a book. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, make sure you save and reload. Okay, okay, it's fine now. So whatever you write here, you can see your result here. Okay, cool. So I think we are fine now. Okay, so let's stop here. So continue from here in the next class.